Hi guys, welcome back from another video live with Dearly. Hello guys. Hello. Today guys, we're just gonna by the way, I see my husband waving. By the way guys, my lovely assistant is here working behind me, and honey, what are you doing there?
Planting corn.
Okay. Good. Yeah, he's gonna plant corn while me here talking to you. Yeah, I'm gardening. I'm guarding him, guys. Okay, guys. Before anything else, we have two surprises for you. One is later. Oh, I have two surprises for you. One is late. I say it again. I don't. Wait. I don't know how to say this in English. Wait. Okay, the other one is Kevin have surprises for me, but I don't know what it is. And then I asked him, he said, if I tell you, it's not gonna be a surprise. So we're all gonna get surprises later from him.
No, you're getting it now.
Oh, now?
Yeah, we're getting your surprise later.
Oh, okay. What is it?
What?
The surprise.
It's a surprise.
Surprise. Okay, what is it?
What, from me to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you have surprise to me.
I do. I'm going to be back here hoeing a row and planting corn in your beautiful garden while you sit here and look pretty. And your surprise is you get to tell a story. You get to tell a story about how hard your parents used to work in the Philippines to plant corn crops on mountains created by volcanic eruption that were as straight up and down as a tree. And how far they'd have to walk into the jungle and up that mountain to plant corn and harvest it to barely make enough to exist.
Is that your surprise to me?
Yeah, because listen, honey, let me...
Oh, I'm surprised.
Well, and to the viewers, here's why. When I often tell Dearly, you should tell this story, you should tell that story. All the stories she's told me, the 11 or 12 years we've been together, and all the things we experienced in the Philippines, she always says, no, that's boring. No, that's boring.
But I don't like to share my story.
Well, I can't think of anything more not boring to a majority American audience than listening to stories about how other people in other parts of the world do things other than the ways we do them here, especially when you take out all of the modern conveniences and technologies that Americans have. How do the other 80% of the rest of the world do these things? And when you hear those stories behind it, there's nothing boring about it. It's like, oh my God, I had no clue so many people worked so hard to produce so little out of necessity, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be able to continue to live. Because in their world, you don't get free food and free housing if you don't work. If you don't work, you die.
Honey, I don't know why I feel like it's boring. My story is boring.
Why?
Because in the Philippines, that's very common.
Well, are we in the Philippines?
No, we're not.
Where do we live? Don't be specific. We're right here smack dab in the middle of the East Coast.
Yeah.
Where...
I'm very surprised. I'm going to tell this story.
Okay, you tell this story while I plant corn, huh?
Okay, hon, don't work too hard, huh?
I'm not. I'm still recovering from being hospitalized.
Yeah, I need to
my buddy up here.
Watch him every day, guys, because sometimes he's hard-headed. Yeah. Okay, guys, with no further ado, as Kevin said that he wants me to tell you. Actually, guys, I want to tell the story, but sometimes I feel like people don't want to hear it. Yeah, I feel like it's a boring story.
Then they can click away.
Okay, guys, Kevin is gonna start planting corn now. This story that I'm really gonna tell you it's a true event. Like a movie we watched last night, honey, no? Yeah, we watched a movie named
Florence Foster Jenkins.
Yeah, Florence Foster Jenkins. It's a really good movie. She is the worst singer in the world. Yeah, she's the worst singer. I was laughing my ass off when watching the movie, guys, because I like her attitude because she thinks that she can sing. That's her really, really.
She loves doing it.
Yeah, that's her biggest dream, since she was a child. And then I like her attitude, like she kind of like doesn't care what other people think, but what she cares is she wanna do it because that's what she wanna do, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's really good movie. You should watch it. Okay guys, before anything else, before this video takes forever, before the story takes forever, I'm gonna tell you now. Honey, what are you doing now?
I'm planting corn, honey.
Oh, you look like you're peeing.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
By the way guys, yesterday, if you watch my video from yesterday, remember I went for a walk, I saw a guy peeing and then he's peeing in his yard, and then I'm very close, maybe I like 20 yards away from him, and then when he's done peeing, and then he look around, and then he saw me, and then he cussed. And then, but I didn't say anything though, but I just waved and passed through. You know, that's his neighborhood. But it's so funny how his facial expression, it's like, and then he walked away. That was so funny. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story now. Well, this was happened, I was maybe, wait, 8th grade. Yeah, I was 8th grade when this was happened. We live in my back that time. My parents live in my grandmother property, and then she owned a house too, and then we live there for free and everything. Yeah, that's the father of my mother. So she have a lot of property everywhere in that particular province. We call that here like out in the country, honey, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, we called it like out in the country, like where we live now, like that. She have a lot of properties there. And then one of her property, my father asked her if they can plant a corn, at least if they do that, extra income. So she agreed to it. Yeah, you can plant corn. And then you know what, guys, the place I cannot see. The place where they plant corn is like very far from our house to go there. I think walk maybe, because they always walk. We never own a car, guys. Even my parents, we never own a car or anything. Yeah, so we walk. So I think if you walk there like 20 minutes or 25, just one way. And then if you go the place, but if you do the whole work, it's like up in the mountain. Yeah, they clear up, like it's not very big, but it's hilly. Yeah, they clear up that, they weed like at least I think they use a property maybe like 1 acres. Oh no, 2 acres at least. Yeah, they weed that 2 acres very clear, and then they hoe it by to do the what you call it, to loosen the soil. They just use shovel 2 acres.
Oh, to till it?
Yeah.
So they tilled 2 acres with a shovel.
Yeah, because we don't have tiller, we don't have hoe, so that's like our way to till. Yeah, 2 acres. And then also, guys, that thing is so hilly. Yeah, they start from up to down. And then I went there twice. When I saw it, I'm like, oh my God. My parents, before I saw it for the first time, they've been doing it for months. And then when I first went there, I'm like, oh my gosh. It's just in my head, wow, my parents did this in the middle of the day, 100 degrees. Yeah, I remember my mom. She was so tired every night. They go home together with my father. Yeah, it's really sad, But my mother always said that it's better to do something than to do nothing. Yeah, yep. That's what she always told us. It doesn't matter how much you make or how much you will get, as long as you did something to change the situation.
So your mother didn't believe in sitting around on her dignity.
Oh yeah.
We know a lot of dignified folks around these parts that they're just they'd be above work like that, honey. That kind of work would be beneath them. So
I know.
They're so dignified.
Yeah,
so
I know somebody like that.
it's better to sit around on their dignity than to go out and work like that. Oh, but they've got safety nets here that will ensure that they will eat, I guess.
Yeah. So every harvest time, they get the harvest every 5 months. Yeah, every harvest time. One time, guys, they do the harvest time. Oh, it was so tiring. Because when they do harvest, so they carry these sacks, like 50 pounds per sack. 50 pounds of that they carry from top to down. Yeah, and then they just rented tricycle to hold all those sacks of corn. Huh?
Tricycle is a motorcycle with a sidecar attached
Yeah,
to it.
tricycle is a motorcycle with a sidecar. It's so funny, guys, because when I got here, and then I saw your version tricycle here, I was so amazed. I feel like, wow, that looks so fun to ride.
Yeah, we've only seen like a couple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the old classic motorbikes with sidecars on them from
yeah.
the 1950s.
Yeah, it was so cute. I'm like, oh my gosh.
But in the Philippines, those clog the streets, right?
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands everywhere.
Yeah, that's very common because that's like one of the #1 source of income, tricycle, because
and form of public transportation.
Yeah, public in the form of public transportation, because very like a majority population in the Philippines, guys, is no car. Yeah, including us. Yeah, I never own a car. I never own. My family, my parents and my mother, we never own a car or anything.
And that's the case for the majority of the world population.
Yeah.
But in America, it's like you got to have 2 cars for every driver. So if you have a house with 1 driver, you got 2 cars. If you got a house with 2 drivers, you have 4 cars. It's not like that anywhere else.
Yeah. So they hold it. They carry it from the mountain to the down. So my parents, they just rent a tricycle, so they bring it to the house, and then they have to grind it. You know, they gotta go to some big store to grind the corn. So my grandmother, she has a commission, like what's in it for her. So she just get like at least 3 sacks of the corn. I think my parents, they harvested at least 45 sacks.
Honey, and that attitude's worldwide, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's in it for me?
Yeah.
That's a worldwide commonality, no?
Yeah, which is I don't.
We can't blame it. It was a woman's land, right?
Yeah. At least my parents too, they don't care. So it's really like win-win situation, you know. And then they got the land they use the land for free, so at least give something to the owner. So my parents, they don't care. So that 45 sacks corn, guys, it's very cheap. Yeah, I think in total, I think they make at least 11,000 pesos of everything.
Which is about $220.
Yeah, $220 worth of 5 months worth of work.
All that work.
100 degrees, hot, so hot, humidity. Yeah, I remember I get so emotional. I remember my mother, she's so happy every time harvest time. Yeah, just experience in life, guys. I experienced so much. Like that's why when Kevin met me, when we're together, and then before, guys, Kevin, when he have problems, he gets anxiety. When it's like even so simple things. This is like 11 years ago. When we have problems, and then when he told me, and then I feel like it's okay, don't stress out yourself and all that stuff. Kevin, he gets anxiety easily and all that stuff because to him it's like how you say that in English?
The end of the world?
Yeah, it's the end of the world. So I told him, you know what? No, that's nothing. As long as we're together and we're eating and then we're happy, we don't need those stuff that because I remember when Daniel, he was a baby, I think he's like 3 years old, and then we barely have money. Yeah, we barely have money, and then Christmas is coming. Yeah, Christmas is coming. So of course, guys, you need to you want to give something to your children, right? So we barely have money. So I do the budgeting that time because we live in the Philippines, and then I'm the one who know the prices and all that stuff. So what I did is we making it sure that we buy food first, and then we have left at least total of $5. Yeah, $5. That was, how much is that? Like 300 pesos?
250 pesos.
Yeah, 250 pesos. You know what I did, guys? You know, Kevin and I, what we did, we went to the cheapest
Like a wholesale store in Chinatown.
yeah, the whole store in Chinatown, and then we buy like at least 10 different
bunch
toys.
of tiny little things.
Yeah, 10 different
That
toys.
was his $5 Christmas, huh?
Yeah, 10 different toys, and then we just wrap it nicely, because that time, guys, I know for a fact that Daniel, he likes opening gifts. The second part is what's it's in the gift, but the biggest part is that makes him happy is just to open a gift. I remember, remember that this is a different story. Remember that I think he was like 4 years old, and then you re-wrapping the gifts. Yeah, Kevin, you're wrapping the gifts. But I took a video of that with Daniel, the baby, and then he was so happy as can be because he gotta open the gifts. So back to the story. Yeah, I remember that we wrapped all these 10 different gifts, and then we give it to Daniel on Christmas Day, and then he's super happy as can be. So I told Kevin, the stuff that you can, I always told him that don't stress out little things, because that's nothing. Because of, guys, growing up, I never experienced opening gifts on Christmas. Never. I never experienced that. I only experienced stocking. My mother put it in the stocking, but I think I was like 6 years old or 5 years old, and that's it.
What are your Christmases like now, honey?
Oh, now? It's like a child. I have a lot of kids. Daniel and I, but Daniel always win though. He always have so many
too. This last Christmas, if you.
Oh yeah, last Christmas. Yeah, I think I win.
I think so.
No. What I'm talking is how many it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Daniel and I, it's just,
Well, what I'd like to just add to what you're saying is, you can say those things and you can sit around and think about, it's not the end of the world, but when you live it, that's where you learn.
Yeah.
It took me 2 or 3 years to finally accept our situation over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I understood that I worried a lot about what we call first world problems.
Yeah.
And first world problems are nice to have, because for 6 years I had third world problems. And those include problems that may cause you to no longer continue to be alive by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So after living like that, now that we're over here, it's like, I've said this before on some of our videos, we've had, when we first were out here, because we're about half an hour out of town, and when we started making friends, American friends, bless their heart, and I love America, I'm a combat veteran, I'd fought for this country before, and I'd do it again if I had to, but we'd have these people come out who've, never been anywhere except here, and they would say stuff like, oh my God, what if you need a gallon of milk? And we would just start laughing so hard, because for years, we didn't drink milk. That was a luxury we couldn't afford. Isn't that true, honey?
Yep, we didn't drink milk.
And it's like, oh my God, if the worst thing I've got to worry about is I run out of milk and I live half an hour out of town, I have it pretty good.
Yeah, and Han, I remember the first time we lived together, that time we don't have refrigerator yet.
Oh, you mean when we first started living together?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, how many times have we lived together?
No.
You when we first got together?
Yeah, live in one house.
Uh-huh.
And then, in Malita.
Okay.
So, we bought eggs.
Yeah.
And then we bought an eggs, guys, and then we don't have rep that time yet because we just moved in. And then he got so panicked.
Yeah, because
I got so panicked because we need to put this in there. I said, chill. It's not gonna spoil. Yeah, it's not gonna spoil. I did. Of course, we don't have refrigerator, so the eggs just stay there for weeks. Yeah, and then
nowhere in any Eastern culture they don't refrigerate eggs. Eggs actually will stay good up to 6 months without refrigeration.
Yeah.
Now you can't keep them out in the sun, but
don't keep it in the sun.
A cool, dry place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just General Electric, when they invented the refrigerator back around 30s or 40s, convinced the masses that you've got to, by God, refrigerate everything, or you're going to get E. coli and die. And
Yeah.
so when you're brought up in my culture, it's like, oh my God, we opened it, put it in the ref right now, or it's going to spoil in an hour and it's going to kill us.
Yeah, and also, hon, you know the number one thing that I really, really learned from you, honey?
What?
Is
Math?
that, no, even, yeah, no, yeah, no, the one that I remember that you always learn to me, don't live comfortably. How do you say that? Like, yeah, yeah, simple problem, don't stress out yourself, that kind of stuff, but you have to making it sure that when when the things come, you are ready.
Oh, prepare.
Yeah, prepare. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the word I'm talking. Yeah, guys, we're not saying that, oh, it's just all you have and then you don't have to, you're not, you know what I mean? Can you
If you make $5 today, if you got to spend 2 or 3, that's fine, but make sure to keep 2 or 3 as well.
Yeah.
Don't look for a way to let it burn a hole through your pocket by the end of the day, because you might need some of it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Honey? Yeah,
Yeah.
plan ahead. I mean,
Yeah, plan ahead.
that
the
is a
word
luxury
I'm
we have in
looking.
the West that they don't have in a lot of Eastern cultures,
Yeah.
because it is a hand-to-mouth, day-to-day, how do we stay alive today?
Yeah.
Mine's reality over there.
Yeah, we kind of like learn each other, you
Well,
know?
yeah, but over here it's like, okay, hey, we've got this. That doesn't mean we have to spend it or use it today, because, you know, hard times do come. We've been through them. If we have this set aside for when those times come, they won't be so hard.
Yeah.
So that's something you've been having to learn.
Yeah. I hope, guys, you learned something from us and from this video too. And by the way, honey, are you done planting
No,
the
I'm
corn?
been finished while you're over here yipper yapping.
Wow, that's fast. Okay, hon, what's the second surprise?
Oh, well, when I came out this morning to dump the ash from the wood stove
Yeah.
on the crops here we planted,
Mm.
I found something. I've got to zoom in to show you.
Okay.
All right, so here's rows we've planted over against the fence. Sweet peas, then we've got lettuce, then we've got kale, then we got bok choy. And I came out here to put ash on, just a little bit, a light dusting of ash, which will add nitrogen to the soil. And I found, dun, 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 here's some bok choy poking its way up through the soil. And then likewise over here, we've got, dun, 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 not enough, but enough to write home about. There's some kale coming up through the soil. And dun, 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 last but not least, we've got lettuce coming up. This is actually little baby lettuce.
There are more, many.
Yeah, there's a bunch there. Well, I was getting ready to say, hon, there's more lettuce. I did a close-up and zoomed in, but all the way down through all the rows, stuff is already coming up.
Okay, guys, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next time for more. Bye-bye.